Hey Aries, welcome to your love and romance reading for November 2022. This is for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and Venus, because we are looking at love, so I like to set the intention for Venus as well. We're going to see what's coming up here for you guys. You might stumble upon this video at a future time. It's all good, no worries. You're going to see it whenever you're meant to see it, whenever it's time for you to hear the messages that are in it. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the Aries collective. Not every single message is going to resonate, and that's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't, and without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what we have coming up here for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. We're going to move you all just a bit closer. Alrighty. So Aries, I haven't even flipped over your cards yet, but while I was shuffling, a card flew. I had a flyer. And so for me, when I'm shuffling and I have a card that jumps out, flies out, to me, it's a message that's being emphasized. So I haven't looked at your other cards yet. I paused here for a moment to go get the card that flew. And the card that flew was the Nine of Swords. Some of you were like, oh my gosh, no, this is terrible. This is bad news. Not necessarily. For me, especially in this kind of a situation, Nine of Swords is kind of letting us know, or it's letting me know, that you might be experiencing a bout of insomnia. You might be really stressed or worried about a situation, and it's causing you to lose sleep. And so sometimes the Nine of Swords comes up for me to say that you really need to do something about this. It's just some holistic approaches, some holistic solutions, so that you're able to get some sleep. Because when we're not sleeping, our emotions are all over the place. It begins to mess with our thinking. It begins to mess with our logic. We're tired, we're delirious, we're emotional, and we can begin to make decisions that we might regret later. Or we can begin to really make fear-based decisions based on our fears. So I feel like there could be a situation here where emotionally you're very invested and it's causing you to stress out. And in order to be in control of the situation and to be able to navigate it in a way that you're going to be happy with the outcome, paying attention to your sleep is going to be super crucial right now. Super crucial. Okay? Otherwise, there could be an issue here where you're making judgments, you're making decisions based on clouded judgment. And then later on, you're like, oh gosh, why did I do that? So this is just a heads up. We're going to see what the main cards are of the reading. But this is like a message that's being emphasized for you. First card coming up here for the Aries collective is the Hermit. Maybe some of you are thinking, oh, I'm better off alone. I should just be alone. There's nobody out there for me. That's not the case. You're not meant to be alone forever. Some of you could be dealing with a Virgo because of the Hermit card being here. This could be Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If you have Virgo placements, there could be big changes, big shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life, and which doors are opening to bless you in your love life. Now, I know the Hermit can oftentimes be seen as a card of like solitude, right? Like going kind of within, processing what we've been through. And some of you have been in this phase for quite some time. And I've likened it to the caterpillar going into the cocoon and having the most powerful phase of its transformation in that stillness, in that rest, in that isolation. The wings sprout, right? The wings grow. And then so when the caterpillar comes out of the cocoon, now it's a butterfly. Now it's going to reach places and see things that it's never seen before. Like the caterpillar could never even dream of, could never even imagine the places butterfly is going to go and the things that butterfly is going to see. So I feel some of you are embarking now on this new love journey. You may have taken a lot of time off. You may have focused on yourself. You may have focused on your healing. But now, because you're coming out of a hermit phase or hermit mode, it's like what you're going to have coming in is so much more elevated. It's so much more of an upgrade than any past experiences that you've had. You're not going to make the same mistakes again. You're coming into something much more higher vibrational. In an existing relationship, the hermit tells me you all are a mirror for one another. You're seeing things inside of each other that really relate, that really kind of strike familiarity, a familiar chord within yourself. So there could be something here with a significant soulmate where you all are mirrors for one another and you're coming into each other's lives, or you've come into each other's lives for this specifical state, for this, I don't know why I said specifical. I don't know if specifical is a word, but for this specific stage of your awakening, your spiritual journey. You know, maybe some of you are really tapping into your spirituality and you've been wanting someone that can feel and sense that within themselves, for themselves. And so there could be a spiritual element to this connection. The next card that's coming up for the Aries collective is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is a card of stability, security, right? A happy home, a secure future. It's a card that's also associated with manifestation. As above, so below. Sometimes the Ten of Pentacles comes up because the things that we've been thinking about and dreaming about, we're actually beginning to see them take shape and take form and appear in our physical reality. So some of you are manifesting something very specific, or manifesting very specific things with an existing partner. With this Ten of Pentacles, I do feel here stability and security. And this could be a big thing for some of you Aries. You know, maybe it's like you didn't have that growing up. And so you're like, it's really important for you to have it in your adulthood. Or if you have children, it's really important for you that like your kids have that they don't have to struggle, they don't have to hustle and grind the way that you did. And so I feel here that some of you are manifesting a partner with whom you're building some kind of a legacy, like something that you're able to leave behind for your children, for future generations. Also, in regards to like relationship, this could be also like the kind of relationship. Ten of Pentacles can be generations coming together, like generations coming together, celebrating holidays together, celebrating special occasions, birthdays, family traditions, sense of coming together and celebrating in the home. So not just manifesting a sense of home within the relationship, but an actual home where you all can come together and gather and feel a sense of security and stability. I feel some of you may be watching this who are who have like grown children, adult children, and you may be looking at this not just within your own relationship or your own marriage, but you may be concerned about like your adult children or your adult child and their relationship, and what did they learn from us, and you know, what challenges are they going to have. For some reason, I feel for some of you there's a sense of like generations coming together. So like maybe, or maybe you have parents that you're concerned about, or a parent that you're concerned about. There could be something here in an existing relationship creating a sense of home where you're going to have more than one generation living together. You're going to have you know, the parents living with the older parents living with the adult children, or vice versa, the adult children living with the older parents, with their spouse, potentially even with their children also. So like generations together in the same household. But Ten of Pentacles is telling us that like there's warmth to this, there's happiness to this. It's not like the old woman in the shoe who had so many kids she didn't know what to do. It's not, it doesn't feel crowded. It feels abundant. It feels like coming together, enjoying life together, having a sense of family. So even if there isn't an aspect for you around like aged parents or older parents or adult children, there is a sense of home, there is a sense of family. You know, especially depending on your, you know, what part of the world you live in, or what beliefs you have. This time of the year, end of the year, is a time for a lot of people. It's like a holiday season we're coming into. So around the holidays, people think about family, people think about a sense of home, people think about a sense of togetherness. And so I feel here, like with the Ten of Pentacles, this is what's being manifested. A lot like a kind of relationship where you can spend these holidays and these special times together, and you know, have a sense of happiness and a sense of security. There could also be here in a relationship together, working together, both of you together, breaking out of any generational curses around finances, generational curses around lack, poverty, limitation, struggle, coming into abundance together. Okay, so there could be something here of like the healing of finances together, and building and creating together, so that there's no more feast or famine. There's no more roller coaster of extremes in financial situations. And maybe for Aries, this has been an issue for you previously in your relationships. It's like, well, whether or not my love life is good, or whether or not my marriage is good, all depends on how much money is coming in. And so this could be something that you're stabilizing. Finances are stabilizing, and or part of like one of the relationship issues or challenges that you're breaking out of. Next here we have Knight of Cups. This could be a water sign person, Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer. Some of you could be dealing with a water sign person. Knight of Cups could also be like an increased sense of romance, like romantic gestures, romantic expressions. Sometimes, unfortunately, our Knight of Cups gets a bad rap of like a player, somebody who's a player, or somebody who's a womanizer or a Don Juan. But the thing about the Knight of Cups isn't going to go after low-hanging fruit. And so in my experience, Knight of Cups tends to go for people that they might think are a little bit unattainable, or they might think, oh, this person is really selective. And if I can get this person to pay attention to me, well, then that means I'm pretty special. That means I'm better than the competition. You know, there's like a little bit of self-validating. But the Knight of Cups can kind of lose focus and get distracted. Look, a butterfly, look, a shiny thing. It's not always that they're going to be distracted by another relationship or another partner, but they could just be kind of like, you know, doing a lot of things at once, or forgetting something and going off and focusing into something else. So some of you could be dealing with a partner that kind of needs a little bit of grounding. You know, like maybe you're the one that's like reminding them, like, come on honey, let's get focused now. And I think that once the Knight of Cups is focused, is very much going to pursue a goal. Knight of Cups does have a sense of adventure and very inspired, and wants to pursue the things that make the heart smile, make the heart rejoice. There's a sense of like inspiration with the Knight of Cups. So one of you might be more grounded here in this Hermit, Virgo, Pentacles, Earth energy, and the other one might be a little bit flighty. Not flighty, but more of like a dreamer, more of like the realm of emotion and imagination and creativity. But in this instance, this could be something that coming together is exactly what's going to help build this Ten of Pentacles, right? Because you have different sets of skills that when you bring together, or different viewpoints that when you bring together, you can make really great things with it. So there could be an element of opposites here, but opposites in a way where it's very complementary. It's very reinforcing and strengthening, versus something that is divisive. Okay. So like a sense of being able to come together and to create with your different skill sets, your different viewpoints, your different gifts, your different talents. Some of you may be meeting a partner as you're pursuing the things that are inspiring you, as you're pursuing a more creative path. Oftentimes, the Knight of Cups comes up for me because your heart chakra has opened up and you're just on this quest of just experiencing, opening up and experiencing. You may be noticing beauty around you that you haven't previously seen. Like things begin looking different to you. And it's a way in which you're absorbing and you're taking in just the magic, the everyday magic that's around you, and you're opening up to receive and to manifest, abundance, love, stability, security. So there could be like you feel like you're in this new chapter, or you're kind of embarking on this new journey, and it's down this particular path that's you're gonna meet somebody. So some of you may be logged on to this reading and you said, "Oh, well, I'm gonna be going back to school, or I'm going to be starting a new job, or I'm going to be starting a business, or I'm going to be, hitting the road with my, uh, you know, uh, whatever, I don't know, whatever. Like, I wonder if I'm going to meet somebody as I'm embarking on this new thing. For me, the Knight of Cups is like confirmation that yes, right? Like this is a blessing in your love life. Those of you who are looking to meet someone will meet someone. Those of you who are in an existing relationship may be bringing the emotion, the romance back into that connection as you're embarking on these new things together. The next card that's coming up here for the collective is the Queen of Pentacles. We have so much earth energy here. So much earth energy. We have earth energy with the Hermit, Virgo, even though I know it's spirituality and we don't associate spiritual with earthly things. It's not the devil, it's the Hermit. But still, Virgo has the earth element. Ten of Pentacles is earth. Queen of Pentacles is earth. So a lot of grounding, a lot of like physical things coming into the physical reality. This could be a relationship or connection that's finally moving into the physical realm. There's been who else was it? Was it Pisces or Scorpio? It was one of the water signs. It could have been Cancer. It was one of the water signs, I think. You guys will have to let me know in the comments, those of you who watch your different placements. But for one of the water signs, I felt like there was a lot of energy, like an energetic connection where a lot of energy was being exchanged. And now that relationship or connection was finally coming into the physical. Like where you're finally interacting physically. You're finally spending time together physically. And so I feel something here is coming into the physical realm. Maybe this is a long distance relationship where you're finally together physically, or like what came up with the water sign. A lot of energy has been exchanged and now you're bringing it into the physical realm. Queen of Pentacles can be sometimes seen as the domestic goddess. So again, this is reinforcing the idea with the Ten of Pentacles in terms of a happy home. Queen of Pentacles is going to be good food, good music, good company, comfort, having nice things, hospitality, good physical intimacy. It's just good comfort. Like work hard and enjoy the fruits of your labor. Sometimes the Queen of Pentacles also comes up for me in a reading to say that a relationship is going to be strengthened by creating a sense of home. Okay, so even if you're dating somebody and you're wanting the relationship to progress, or you're wanting to form a deeper connection, this could happen more in like a home environment versus going on trips together, or going out on fancy dates, or fancy restaurants, or things like this, or going on some cute little outing or adventure. Like all that stuff is fun and nice, and there's nothing wrong with it, but there could be a bonding more, just creating like a cozy environment, just a cozy, comfortable environment where you're bonding over just like entertaining yourselves, and having a good meal, maybe preparing a meal together. A sense of home. I feel here a sense of home. This isn't just a relationship, this is a sense of like creating a sense of home with somebody. with this Queen of Pentacles. The little rabbit just jumped out at me here. Rabbit for me can sometimes be fear. Okay, fear. So maybe this is like a shy person, or maybe this is somebody that um is very selective who they allow into their life, or allow or share their home with. So there could be a sense here of like, this is very special, right? So Aries, somebody might be letting you in, like, Aries, you're very special to me, that I'm letting you into my life, or I'm really serious about this, that I'm letting you into my environment, or I'm sharing my environment with you, or I'm sharing my hospitality with you. Queen of Pentacles also makes me feel like this is someone very secure in their finances. Like they're not looking at you as like a meal ticket or a roof over their head. Like this is someone who's with you because they want to be with you. And I feel a sense here of like somebody who's like really business savvy. Maybe opportunity here to do business together, to invest in business together, or investments together. But I just feel a sense of home, just coming together and having a good time, just relaxing, being cozy, just enjoying, just hunkering down, being inside, depending on where you are in the world. I know it can be opposite. I have family in Australia, so I know it's kind of, but, where I am in the world, we're coming into the cold season. Um, we're coming into the winter. So maybe for some of you, it's that cold season getting cozy. I don't know. Maybe you're somewhere where it gets really hot this time of year, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna stay inside and have the AC blasting and have my movies on, and like whatever. But I feel a sense of like just enjoying a domestic environment with somebody, creating a domestic environment with somebody. Next card coming up here for the collective is the High Priestess. This could be Pisces and or Taurus energy, which is so funny to me because this could be Taurus, this could be Taurus, this could be Pisces, and now we have it summed up here in one card, Pisces or Taurus energy. This could be Pisces or Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It might not be their sun sign. High Priestess is a sense of like inner knowing, but there's also sometimes High Priestess can be a really, really strong, and I have to not say this word because if I say the word, then the video gets cut in circulation. And as you can tell by my views, YouTube is not circulating me much these days. And so I want to try to limit getting cut back any more than they're already cutting me back. But it rhymes with lectual, right? Like lectual healing, the Marvin Gaye song. There could be that aspect here with the High Priestess. So there could be a strong physical connection, but there could be an aspect of it that is very spiritual, that is very healing. Some of you could be dealing with a person who is feeling quite drawn to you. You may be feeling quite drawn to them. Sometimes the person who's in the High Priestess energy can find that people get very obsessed with them. So if you're in High Priestess energy, maybe you feel like people are getting obsessed with you, or maybe you're obsessing over this person. If this person is in High Priestess energy, which could be telling us to relax here, get some sleep, get some rest. We might be thinking about it so much, like, oh, I'm so happy to have this. Oh, what an amazing blessing. Oh, what an amazing, like, what if something goes wrong? And oh my gosh, what if I mess it up? Or oh my gosh, what if they're fooling me? And like all the fears come up and we get scared and we get paranoid, or we just can't stop thinking about this person, and we're up thinking about them, and like that sleep deprivation can make us a little cuckoo. So I feel like there's a lot of security and stability here. So for some of you, you may feel so pulled into this connection that you start feeling vulnerable. You start stressing of, oh, what if it goes wrong? What if it doesn't work out? What if I'm dreaming, And so we might begin losing sleep. And so try to avoid that Stay grounded. Enjoy this connection. Enjoy this relationship. Enjoy this sense of home, this domestic bliss that's being built at this time. And just try to do whatever you can to unplug and unwind at the end of the day. Maybe there's so much love making that you're not getting much sleep. You're going to have to get the sleep in here somewhere because it's going to start messing with you. It can lead to sabotage otherwise, unplanned or like an accidental sabotage. So make sure you're getting sleep. You might want to check out your moon sign, your rising sign, your Venus sign. Sometimes those might resonate more than your sun sign. If you would like to check out the other videos, there's a playlist in the description that will take you to the love readings. There's also a playlist in the description that will take you to the weekly forecasts where I talk about everything other than love. Please do check those out. I don't know why my words aren't coming out very smooth today. Not very articulate right now. If you want to check out the private reading options that I have available, there's a link in the description that takes you to my private reading page where you can schedule a private reading, calendly.com/amethystangelite. Also, I've been on YouTube for a couple of years now, a few years. I don't know if it's 3 or 4. I think less than 5. My channel, I made the channel. I didn't post anything for the longest time. So I didn't post anything for like years because I was so chicken. But I don't know why I haven't thought about this till now. I've decided that through November and through part of October, I am in October now. Now through November and part of December, like mid-December, I'm going to set aside 10% of the income that comes in from the private readings, and I'm going to buy toys to donate to Toys for Tots. So if you've been thinking about getting a private reading with me and you like the idea of, contributing towards that, now might be a good time to check out the reading options and pick one that works well for you and get a private reading and contribute towards Toys for Tots. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. I hope that you'll check out the weeklies and the daily messages I do on the channel. I hope you have a fabulous November. Hope to see you in the weeklies and dailies. Take care and be well, my dears.